Let me ask you something. Think about the last few years. Do you feel like you're less often told no by a person and more often blocked by a message? A cold, automated system message? Request denied. Does not comply with policy. System process does not allow this. Algorithm decision not approved. There's no one to argue with, no one to blame personally. Just a deep sense of frustration, like shouting into a void. Your luck isn't getting worse. What's happening is simpler and more dangerous. The power to judge is being taken from people and given to systems you were never taught how to speak to. And it's happening quietly everywhere. By the end of this video, you'll understand why arguing harder stopped working and what replaces it. Act 1. There's no bad guy to fight. Here's the strangest part of this shift. You can't find the villain. The HR person looks you in the eye and says, honestly, I wish I could help, but the system won't let me. Your boss says, my hands are tied. The process is locked. The customer service agent repeats, I'm sorry, my authority only lets me say no. They're not being cold. They've been disarmed. The power to make a call, to use their own judgment, has been taken from them. That power has been sucked up, centralized, and turned into code. The real decision maker is no longer in the room, and most people are still trying to convince someone who no longer has the power to decide. Act 2. The ancient blueprint for this. A Chinese philosopher named Han Feizi saw this coming 2,300 years ago. His reasoning was brutally simple. Humans are flawed judges. We have favorites. We have bad days. We have personal interests. Today, I might bend the rules for you because I like you. Tomorrow, I might come down hard on someone else because I'm in a bad mood. That kind of inconsistency is poison for any large, complex system. The risk is too high. So the system evolves. It has to. It replaces the human judge with the rule book. Not because rules are kinder, but because they are predictable. They can be audited. They scale. Act 3. The rule book is already in charge. This isn't the future. This is now. Look at any major platform or institution. Case 1. Amazon's invisible boss. In Amazon warehouses, it's often not a manager who fires you. It's an algorithm. It tracks your time off task to the second. If you go over the limit, the system can generate a warning and then a termination, all automatically. There's no conversation. You can't appeal to a person. Your judge is a line of code. Case 2. Your credit score. The judge you can't face. In the West, your FICO credit score is a silent, powerful judge. It decides your loan rates, your insurance, if you can rent an apartment. But how is it calculated? It's a secret. If some obscure piece of data makes your score drop, you have no courtroom, no one to explain your story to. You're being judged by a black box. The right to explain yourself has been deleted. Case 3. Social media rule readers. When YouTube takes down your video, the email says, violates community guidelines. Which one? You rarely get a human answer because a bot flagged it first. Even if a human eventually looks, they're not using their own judgment. They're following a massive, detailed rule book. Their job isn't to judge, it's to read the rules and apply them. And without realizing it, you're being trained to think the same way. Act 5. Cold, Hard Fairness. If the system could talk, it would say, I don't care if you're nice, I care if you're consistent. The rule doesn't understand your hard luck story. It won't make an exception because you're a good person. But, and this is crucial, it also won't screw you over because someone doesn't like you. It offers a cold, hard trade. We give up human understanding, and in return, we get a strange, icy fairness. The same ruler measures everyone, even when it feels unfair. Act 6. How to survive and even win in this world. The old game was win over the decision maker. That game is dying. Here's the new playbook. Strategy 1. Stop making friends, start building a case. Forget getting special treatment. Your new job is to translate your value into a language the system understands. Data. Manage your digital footprint. Turn your work into numbers. Increase project efficiency by 22%. Boosted customer satisfaction to 94%. Have clear digital proof of what you've done. The system doesn't hear promises. It reads spreadsheets. But knowing this still isn't enough to protect you. Strategy 2. Don't fight the rules. Become their favorite. The ultimate power move isn't to break the rules, but to live so perfectly within them that the system naturally pushes you forward. In finance, that means a flawless credit score. On YouTube, it means intuitively making content the algorithm loves. At your company, it means your work style is perfectly aligned with the core workflow. When the system sees you as a low-risk, high-predictability asset, doors open automatically. Your freedom doesn't come from a manager's permission slip. It comes from the system's own logic pushing you ahead. There's one more layer. The mechanism that decides who the rules quietly bend for and who they crush. Most people never even realize it exists. Finale. A larger, colder, more reliable world. Understanding this isn't about being cynical. It's about being clear-eyed. Rules are replacing human judgment not because we're worse people, but because our world has become too complex for personal judgment to manage. We've built systems so vast and interconnected that going with your gut is a luxury they can't afford. Their stability is built on one thing: removing the human whim and obeying the shared rule. What's next? The loyalty trap. So, if systems take judgment away from people, what happens to the last human thing in organizations? Loyalty. Because if loyalty is still your main strategy, you're already exposed. Next time, we'll tackle a painful truth. In a large system, personal loyalty is a fragile and worthless currency. The system doesn't understand it, and it will be sacrificed the moment it conflicts with the rules. If you've ever felt bound by loyalty or tried to use it to bind others, the next chapter will set you free. In a world run by rules, you don't trust, you verify. The next chapter doesn't add a new idea. It gives you the missing tool this system runs on.